This is Tuan Pham of the Voice of Viet Vegas here in Las Vegas. Today I have one of my friends here who is the attorney, has been practicing quite a long time here in Las Vegas, and he take the time to visiting us at the Marian conventions today. So I like to have him stating what his impressions regarding to the event that we have. And again, this is Mr. Matthew Callister.
Yes.
Right?
Thank you so much for having us here, Tuan. I really appreciate this. This is my family and my first opportunity to attend the Marian Convention, and I'm very impressed with the turnout. 8,000 people is a lot of people, so that's a much larger Vietnamese community than I realized was here. So I'm learning a lot just by being here. So thank you so much for allowing me. I've been practicing here for 35 years.
Wow.
So I'm a native Las Vegan. I was born here long before. You don't want to talk about it, so old.
Right.
But I'm impressed, happy to be here at this lovely facility and a great festival. You're doing a great job.
Well, thank you so much. But I also learned that you also involved into the city, and you have been a council man and so forth. Can you tell us a little bit more about what have you done for Las Vegas and what are you planning to do for Las Vegas? And as far as an attorney, been practicing for 35 years, do you have any of the Vietnamese clientele that you have worked with, and what is your plan?
We do, but I had no clue until just within the last year or two how large the Vietnamese population was here. I've been lucky to have a number of Vietnamese clients over the years, and I'm honored to be able to represent them. You're correct. In the last 35 years, I served in the state legislature for about 10 years, both in the state senate and the assembly, and then I was lucky enough to serve on the state city council as well. But now I'm just a retired politician and a full-time attorney.
All right.
So it's good to be back just helping people with their day-to-day problems.
Yeah, we just have a little bit of conversations earlier, and we are asking you to see that because of the people that you know throughout Las Vegas, and of course that the community here, the Vietnamese community is very small, but at the same token that we wanted to expand it because we have a lot of kids here that actually need to have a classroom to make sure that they be able to grow the way that we wanted them, instead of hanging around with their peers and doing things that we don't want them to do. And I'm asking you to be to see that if you can be an ambassador for us to get the people that you know and trying to helping us to creating the good environment for the kids.
Absolutely, Tuan. My mother-in-law or my wife would tell you that as a native Las Vegan, we're all committed to trying to make Las Vegas a better place for everybody that lives here. And so we are very welcome and anxious to help the Vietnamese community with whatever challenges they face. And if it's educational, then we need to go talk with the school district and the powers that be to make certain that there is adequate educational dollars focused on this community. Again, what's impressive to me, when you get this kind of a turnout at a neighborhood event, when you can generate 8,000 people, that tells me, Tuan, that you've done a great job, the church here has done a great job in reaching out to the community and trying to help them identify their needs and then address those needs. And that's something we all should be involved with as Las Vegans.
Well, thank you so much. In the past, I understand that if the kids has an environment that nurturing them and lead them to a right way, it's much better than have them hanging around with their peers and doing things that we don't want them to do. So I mean, that is the things that a lot of Vietnamese, as you probably seen on almost everywhere big city in the country, the Vietnamese, they're doing very, very well. They actually go to school and they do the study and they excel. And sometimes because of that, they may be a target for some other people that they didn't like us. So, I mean, as an attorney, have you seen any inequality in terms of, some people were excelling and they try hard versus some people that didn't do nothing and they are just jealous, jealous about it?
I would love to tell you that I haven't seen that kind of inequality, but that would be untrue. I do see exactly what you're referring to, that kind of unfair focus on whatever people's perceived bias is. We need to focus on children, as you say correctly, because for all of our community, that's our future. So we need to make certain that all the children are properly challenged, whether Vietnamese or Americans or something else, and they're all properly educated. They have an opportunity, equal opportunity for employment, for educational advantage, for educational growth. That's crucial for all of the community. So you're absolutely correct. We need to make certain that there is an equal opportunity for all of our children, and in particular the Vietnamese community. You know, what impresses me is when you see 8,000 people out, you know that's a family. That's a community of families who are concerned about their children and want to make certain they have every opportunity that America should provide them.
Well, thank you so much. Now, we talk a little bit about how we growing the community in the right way, meanings that make contribution to the society as far as the taxpayer, because those we need as a city or a state, we need to have that. And I think that in the past, Las Vegas doing very well in terms of getting all kind of different people coming into town, and they actually make a good contributions. Same thing with the Vietnamese community here. So what do you see in terms of we get all the different type of ethnic people, ethnic communities
Right.
coming to Vegas, and they are making some good contributions. So what do you want to see? The growth of not particularly Asian, but any other ethnic group. What would you like to see Las Vegas to grow?
That's a great question, Tuan. I'm certain you're aware that in the last 10 or 15 years, there's been, especially in Southern Nevada, a focus on trying to reach out and be welcoming to all of the Asian parts of the world. Number one, we need their dollars because we're a gaming and a visitation-based community, and you've seen enormous increase in flights available coming in from around, but especially in particular from the Asian world. We need to maximize that for our own benefit because they come in and participate in the Las Vegas that is what brings people here to gamble, to entertain themselves, to enjoy themselves. But in return for that, we need to make certain that we are reaching out to the communities that are serving those needs. We can't reach out to, for example, the Vietnamese community globally unless we are providing opportunities for them here. We have to have people who can speak that language. There's been some recent tragedies involving some people who traveled here from Vietnam. We've got to make certain that those tragedies are focused on as much as if they were Americans coming here. So we can't treat those unfortunate events, like what's recently occurred with some of the Vietnamese travelers that came here, different than we would anybody else. We've got to make certain that we look to protect all of our community of visitors. We need to make certain that we have people here that can speak the language, whether it's Vietnamese or Chinese or whatever other language, so that we are here ready to help those folks when they come here, have a good time, but be safe and comfortable in Las Vegas.
Sure. But as far as we our revenues here, I think the casinos is probably bring majority of the revenues to the city. What would you like to change? Because that we have casinos, and of course that is also creating some issues for us. Crime is probably one of the things that we wanted to reducing, but at the same token that because of the casinos, I mean crime could be one of the issue that we wanted to bring it down. What else? What other industry that you think that we should bring in with the resource that we have here in Vegas?
You're correct. The entertainment community is what really drives Las Vegas. We're not out here raising crops or manufacturing a lot of things. So we are an entertainment-based community. But you are correct. We need to make certain that opportunity seems safe and fair for all those who come here. But also we need to be what we're starting to become, which is a world-class city. There's now more than 1 million people living in Las Vegas Valley. So I think we have to recognize that we are a growing community within the United States. We have to be gracious and grateful for all those who visit us, but also act like a world-class city. And that takes some growing up. That's a challenge for all of us here in Southern Nevada.
Sure. Because of your positions, I believe that you have a lot of network probably be able to help us as a small community. And as I stated earlier, majority of the Vietnamese here, they are hardworking and they are working, whether it is at the casinos as a dishwasher or a cook or whatever it is.
Correct.
But we also have a different kind of level, and we are probably one of the highest in terms of higher educations.
Educated Vietnamese second and third generation families than perhaps in much of the other areas of the community.
So, we're still a young community here in Vegas. would you, if I'm asking you to be an ambassador for us, for the church, so how do you think that we can help our community to
How
grow?
can I help you? Tuan, when you first asked me this question a month ago, I said, I'm absolutely committed to being the best ambassador I can in every way for the church, for the Vietnamese community here in Las Vegas. Las Vegas is my home. This is where I grew up. But I understand that it's changed. 50 years ago, it was mostly white people like me. Now, it's not. It's a big mix of a multicultural heritage, and that makes me proud. That's what makes us a world-class city. So I'm committed to helping, especially when you get a subculture like the Vietnamese, who are perhaps underrepresented in terms of their governmental opportunities. And you're absolutely correct. In truth, Vietnamese families here have some very, very bright children and some very hard-working second and third generation. We need to make certain their opportunities are equivalent to everyone else's here. So that's a commitment I'm happy to make, and you tell me whatever I can do, and I'm happy to contact people I've known for 30 or 40 years in government, in gaming, in the community, to make certain that the Vietnamese opportunity is appropriate and equal to all.
I wonder that if your wife or your mom would, your mother-in-law would say something to our audience.
Just say hi, and
Hi.
this is my mother-in-law.
Hi.
We'd love to have her here with us.
Wonderful to have you.
Thank you very much.
Well, I'll just mention, we were noticing all the lovely gowns,
Yes.
the lovely outfits, the jewelry. It was lovely to walk through
Yes, it
here
was.
today. So thank you very much for inviting us.
Well, we are so honored to have you here, though, and especially the whole family are here. I wanted to showcase, what we have, and hopefully that in the future that you have more opportunity to come and visit us. And this is your home. If you, anytime you want to come in, just we are as close as a phone call away, and then you are here. But let me, the last question I wanted to ask, and probably you wanted to tell the audience a little bit about your practice and how do they get in touch with you if, if they wanted to, contact you.
The name of the firm is Callister Law Group. The phone number is 385-3343. But I'm not really here to be an advertisement or a commercial today. But I'm here. You can find me. I've been here for 35 years on East Charleston, 330 East Charleston. Right. So I'm easy to find, Matthew Callister. But thank you for just inviting us here, Tuan. It's a great cultural opportunity for us. We've learned so much 3 weeks ago when we visited and saw the beautiful performance by the Vietnamese artists, and then we're looking forward to it again today.
Well, again, thank you so much. And again, I would be very, very honored to have you, all of you here. And I'm looking forward to our relationship with you and your firms. And of course, that we wanted to see you more often.
Absolutely.
Thank you so
We'll
much.
be here. Thank you, Tuan.
And thank you so much for watching us. I'm looking forward to having a different type of relationship with the Callister, and hopefully that we're gonna see them more often. Thank you so much.
You will. Thank you.